Hi, Bernard. Welcome to Duffy Chats.
We're so excited to have you here today. We know that you're super busy with the Newport Beach International Boat Show coming up April 16th through 19th, everybody. So yeah, we really do appreciate you taking the time to come and talk with us. So Bernard, give us a little bit of history, like your background, and then what led you to producing the Newport Beach International Boat Show.
Well, I come from the movie premiere business, so we did red carpets in Hollywood. And when COVID happened, our industry got hit really hard. So trying to find kind of the pathway forward. And a lot of movie premieres went into drive-ins, so they were socially distant. So being in Newport, having friends with yachts, we came up with the idea to do an on-the-water concert. And so in Five Points, which is in the free anchorage where like Flocella takes place in that same area, we did, with permitting through the city, a sunset concert. And so for 3 hours, that went well. And then we got introduced to Lido Marina Village. And through that, we were then asked, working with Nobu, and Lido's done kind of a renaissance in its own. We were then asked to do the boat show.
And someone else owned it prior. Tell us a little bit about that. And then obviously then you took it over. Yeah,
Duncan McIntosh, from my recollection, I mean, it started in 1973. Wow, so half a century it's been going. And I don't think the whole town even knew it was happening.
Right.
And so we've brought it kind of into the modern era. And through that, we've expanded kind of the universe of what the boat show really kind of encompasses. And so we've added things like aviation, cars, culinary, and then a music element to it as well. And just as things kind of shift, there's influencers that come down from LA and all over that are now seeing it as a pillar event that takes place in the city.
And it's land and water, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
So what about Newport do you think makes it a great venue for the boat show?
Well, I know Newport's one of the biggest recreational harbors on the West Coast, if not in the country. And so that alone kind of makes it a prime location. Yeah. I think also just, it's a big city, but it's a small city.
It's so
funny. I feel like everyone's 6 degrees.
True.
You know what I mean? And so everybody comes out for it.
Yeah.
Some of the boat shows that are in bigger cities, there's so much else going on that this is kind of like the Christmas parade, the Christmas walk, the Hogue Classic. Like everybody's just going to those.
They're the events to go to throughout the year, and this is one of them now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of community support and.
No, from the harbor master to Visit Newport Beach and the city itself, they're all very much supportive. Have to do the checks and balances.
I was going to say, so what goes into creating a show of this magnitude?
Yes.
There's a lot of things like a CYA kind of thing. Like,
I bet.
So with the city, there's building inspections, there's different types of things. We have to work with the Coastal Commission, to work with the Army Corps of Engineers. We have to send divers down to check that 2 species of plants are not there, and they never are, but I still have to do it anyway.
Because if they come, you're not doing the show?
No, we just have to mark where they are. And that's, eelgrass and caulerpa. If you want to get nerdy, those are the kind of the things.
I'm going to go research that, see what that is. Yeah.
Eelgrass is good, caulerpa is not good. I mean, they're both bad for us, but we don't want anything there.
Yes.
Okay.
But from that, and then herding kittens with all of the different brokerages, different things, different personalities, load ins, load out. Lido is it's not very big. So we have to go through all of those logistics, working with the venue and making sure we're not impacting the retail outlets as well.
Do you feel that since the boat show has evolved from where it came from, that the community has, I mean, you've said this in a sense basically, but the community has embraced it?
Yes.
The local community, obviously people coming from all over, but.
Yes, I mean, we see that in the data, just in kind of the touch points of the digital ads, which Duncan never had.
Okay.
And so we've brought that into the digital era of what we can see, who's pinpointing what areas of people buying tickets. Yeah. And so that's just with the technology of today.
Are all the events just held in that one space, or any of the events held?
That's a great question. It's expanding. Okay. So this year, we always have our closing party on Topside, which is at Lido House. Yeah. And but this year we're doing something it's Driven to Inspire. They're around cars, but So that's also going to be taking place at Lido House on Saturday night with kind of a curated guest list outside of our footprint, which is the VIP lounge.
Okay.
That'll be a separate event that we're now working with them to introduce this year.
But not open to the public to buy.
We'll see. I think there might be tickets available,
Got it.
but a lot of it's going to be sponsorship driven. And then it's kind of like, it's sent through a channel to like for people to buy the tickets. And then we'll see if we open it up more to the public.
Is there anything else that's new this year? Because you keep evolving. It's been, what year are we on now?
4.
Okay. So what's new this year other than maybe that?
This year, it's just different brands that attach themselves.
Okay.
I know that we're going to have Drenched OC that's going to be on doing the yacht yoga thing.
Yeah.
And then Jeff Brown's going to be unveiling an Axopar 38, which is brand new unveiling on the West Coast. It's right now going to be in Palm Beach, and then it's going to come over here.
Wow.
It's an interesting cycle where we kind of get through each kind of boat show. After Palm Beach, all eyes are on us, and then it just keeps kind of going around. And after just 3 years, we were able to get the #1 show with USA Today.
Congratulations.
So that's a big undertaking to just kind of show like the effort and passion that we're putting into it.
Are you the biggest
show
curator? Or
no, we don't have the space. I wish we were.
But I mean,
but that would hail for Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale. Okay, I guess maybe what I mean by that is the most popular. I don't know, like the most
well attended. I guess.
I mean,
like the attendance.
It's a boutique show, I would say, in comparison to some of the other shows. It's just we've done things that we are now seeing those shows start to do, and it's just kind of modernizing it a bit to branch out and expand. I think I mentioned earlier the universe of what an event is, and that's bringing in, it's cross layering different types of industries into with the foundation of the marine world.
Yeah, and it brings new, all different eyes onto things, I guess. I mean, like you said, you have the hardcore boaters that will come. Then you have people maybe that are interested in the culinary, and they all get kind of, different experiences, which is cool. Yeah.
What are some elements that people may not know of that are going on behind the scenes?
Yeah.
From the logistics side, kind of went through that kind of channel, but then there's, sponsorships, talking to them, negotiating with them. I mean, that falls a lot on Hany, one of my business partners. And then when it comes to the marketing side, that would fall on Anthony Trimino's traffic advertising team. It's trying to make sure we sponsor those, we shine those sponsorships, but then also working the logistics of Lido and kind of doing all of that.
Building the floating docks. Is that what we call them?
The floating dock system. Yeah. I mean, we are going to be we started with 36 piles, and now we are going to be completely helical this year. So that's a good win for the harbor. It's less bottom, like touching the bottom and everything.
It's like speaking another language.
It is. I know. I can get really nerdy and granular, so we can talk about the fun stuff. But ticketing, just doing that, getting the talent, procuring the artists, then marketing them. There's just constant layers of different things. And then when it gets to bringing everybody in, that's a whole nother beast in itself.
Right, true.
And then once they're in, and then get them out, and then we break it all apart. And
how long does it take to set the docks up and take them down? Yeah, like how far in advance do you guys start?
Well, we splash them all in, and it's called Pangea, which is something. It's
another nerdy term.
It's another nerdy term. Okay. And then we create the boat show, and then it takes out. It's a good month that it takes to kind of put it in and out with everything.
When you finish the show, I know you go on to another show, but how soon after are you already on to, let's say with this show, starting again to work with, getting sponsors secured? How far in advance?
We have a lot going on at the same time.
Oh, okay.
If you're aware, last year there was the wedding that happened on the harbor.
Yeah.
That was Hany's wedding.
Yep.
And so
beautiful.
we built that, and now it's termed the Watercrest. That's the name of it.
Yeah.
And so this May we're going to be working and doing a wellness program that's going to be announced soon with a yoga company. That'll be taking place in May. We're also in the talks with potentially doing a pickleball final and camp that are going to be taking place on there. And then there's a couple other concepts that's probably
TBD.
too soon to
yeah,
talk.
so
We have to
stay
work
tuned.
out some logistics on. But also at the same time with that, we're working on land.
Yes. Okay.
Not only do we do the San Diego boat show, which is really where it goes,
Which is next, right?
which is next,
Yeah.
and that's June 11th through the 14th.
Okay.
We've just secured a 5-year contract in Santa Monica. So we're going to be doing the World Cup activations with the city and potentially the Olympics.
This is a lot.
In the coming future. Yeah.
A lot for 3 guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have
And a team.
we have a good team.
Are you hiring?
We are bringing someone in for Santa Monica
Okay.
for sure. And then we'll
How
probably
exciting.
look to get somebody down in San Diego so we can kind of have those areas.
Going back to the watercrest, is that something that you foresee being an ongoing, like quarterly
Mhm.
venue,
For activation.
Well,
yearly?
yes. So if the yoga wellness thing, sure enough, it'll do great. We'll look to bring that back next May.
Okay.
And it helps because it's right after the show.
Mhm.
And so we can build
Feed
that
off that.
platform.
Okay.
When all the docks are out of the water, it's
okay.
a much bigger
Got it.
undertaking.
Okay.
It takes about 40 trucks
Wow.
to bring all the docks over and then 40 to go back out.
So then if you have those, the other, maybe the pickleball or some other things that you have in mind, those would require then the building from scratch.
We take about 50 of our docks to put them. We have about
Okay.
400 total.
Okay.
So we will take like a quarter, like a fraction of them to build that.
Okay.
So it's not 40 trucks.
Okay, got
You know
it.
what I mean?
Okay. So you're going to see how all that goes
Mhm.
and then from there determine how it evolves or if it's a constant.
If it's an annual thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's better. I mean, there are privatized ways with more weddings,
Mhm.
and those can be one-offs that
Mhm.
we can have, but we want to kind of have some staple watercrest events that are.
You spoke about watercress. Is it an actual venue that can be rented by anyone or?
Yes, it can
Yes,
be.
okay.
It's not something you would rent like
Yeah.
on a Monday and have it ready by the weekend. We'd probably
Oh my
need,
gosh.
depending on it, we'd like a 6-month.
Oh, wow,
window,
okay.
Or even
Okay.
looking at some weddings, they want to book a year in
A year,
advance.
yeah.
Yes.
It just takes some time talking to the city, making sure we're all in compliance
Yeah.
with it, because when you're in the water, it's not like doing an event on land.
It's the CYA. It's
Yes.
things that you
CYA.
got to take care of.
Yes, the CYA.
How would someone contact you if they're interested in?
You have some
Yeah.
ideas for some
No, I'm just thinking. I don't know. It's such a cool
you gonna do
venue.
renewal vows?
They can, they can go to our website,
Okay.
which is revel-republic.com.
Okay.
There's an
There's
email there that they
okay.
can kind of reach out on.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool. So for somebody who's never attended the boat show, if you could walk through what a day would look like and any tips that you could provide.
Yeah, I would say we have our pre-show, which takes place on Thursday.
Okay.
You can buy tickets. It's a little more expensive because it's kind of like a limited supply. Because
Okay.
a lot of the brokerages and manufacturers, they invite people to that
Okay.
day. And then we have our opening event, which this year it's with Nobu, and then we'll have Esther Anaya perform. She's the DJ for the Chargers, the LA
Cool.
Chargers. But for a tip, don't drive.
Yeah.
Uber
Yeah.
if you can. We do have some off-site parking, but Ubering to the spot is the way to go.
Okay.
Even walking if you can, which Balboa Peninsula you can't. Friday and Saturday is 10 to 7. We do have after parties that days as well.
Can people access
Yeah.
people that buy tickets?
So there's
Okay.
the GA ticket,
Okay.
and then there's the VIP ticket, and so the VIP lounge is between Nobu and Zinke.
Yep.
And so during show hours, it's complimentary drinks, and food elements. There is music throughout the day, and then we do have like a headliner at
The
nighttime
night.
on
Okay.
on those
After
2
the
nights.
show ends? Or-
Yes, so that kind of kicks off from 7,
Okay.
like when the show ends, and then it'll end at 10.
And I can't remember, are there packages where, I don't know, they buy
There's
Like
add-ons that you
okay.
can do, but it's just the GA is access
in
to
per
the boats,
day.
and then per day. You can get a weekend pass
Okay.
if you want.
Okay.
And then some add-ons. New this year also, we have a sailing experience.
Oh.
So with Sail America and Sail Time,
Mm-hmm.
it's an add-on ticket where if you're interested in learning to sail, it's very limited. There's only like 18 spots per day.
Oh, wow.
So we can only have 6 people on the boat, and there's 3 sessions. But Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you can get it's a 20-minute intro and then a 90-minute sail in the
That's
program.
fun. Age is, do you know if there's an
13
age?
and older
Okay.
is what it is.
Fun. And that's on the site too?
That's on the site.
Any
Yeah.
other add-ons?
We partner with the Coast Guard Foundation, so we have a donation
Okay.
to give to that. We may be working with them this fall for a military expo
Oh,
in
nice.
DC.
Wow.
So that's
More on
coming
your-
through. I
Jeez,
know.
I'm like,
Oh, so many things.
wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. You work with so many incredible sponsors and do so many incredible collaborations. Are there any that you want to give a shout out to or tell us about?
Sure, and I hope I'm not missing any.
Yes.
But I'd say the property Redwood West in Lido Marina Village.
Yeah.
You know, they've been a long-standing partner and helping us navigate, which helps with that. I want to make sure they get a shout out. And then the city of Newport Beach as well. Just kind of say that. Visit Newport Beach, and then also just some of our sponsors this year are Yamava, which is their casino. They own Palms, and so they're our VIP sponsor.
Very fun.
So they're going to be activating a lot of things in the VIP lounge. We also have Bentley and Porsche of Newport Beach. They're our main car sponsors. And then we have a couple others like Velocity Restoration, which will have some old vintage Broncos.
Oh, cool.
They're not cheap,
No, they're
but
not.
they're going to be
So
coming.
fun.
Those are
and,
way cool.
we have JP Morgan Private Bank,
Yeah.
and then Chubb Insurance has always been a partner of ours. And just Whitehaven Wine is our official white wine sponsor of the show. I mean,
Do you have tequila?
Peroni. We had Casamigos last year, but not this year.
Okay.
Are you a tequila girl?
Maybe.
She is.
I don't
When
drink
she
anymore,
does.
but
When-
not that I
Yes.
there was not that I needed to quit.
She's
But
on
I just
disclosure.
I'm a mocktail girl now.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
a mocktail girl.
But yes, I was a tequila person.
Yes.
3 Tiers, that was my favorite.
3 tiers.
3 Tiers, if you
3 tiers.
ever want to try.
Not the Trace Generation. 3 tiers. That's a different brand.
It is, I think. Now you're confusing me. No,
We're gonna have
I'll
to
get back
Google
to you
like
on this.
tequila.
Well, cut
Yeah, I'll get
that
back to you on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me the wine again, the wine sponsor.
Whitehaven.
Whitehaven. Okay. And is that what's served at the VIP lounge?
It'll be unless we run out,
Yeah.
but they'll have their own tasting bar
Okay.
down on the docks, and then that'll be the white wine. But rosé is off. We can do what we want with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think that's
Okay.
about it. I'm sorry if I missed anybody.
Well, you have
My
a lot.
apologies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
You're
a
still
lot
in the
to
works.
remember.
Maybe
Yes.
you didn't
Give
sign.
them
You
get
didn't finalize.
Exactly.
Yes,
Get
yes.
on it.
Yes. Yeah.
What is there a vision for the show in the future, or do you feel like you're kind of at a good place where it's at and just keep
Yeah,
rolling with it?
I think one is continuing with the infrastructure, like making the docks newer. As I said, they might be 40 years old.
Right.
Wow.
So we have to continue to
Wow.
do things to maintain them. So building new docks is kind of on the docket for the future. As far as like how big it can get,
Limited,
it's tough.
huh?
It's limited. San Diego could be a different story for us
Okay.
as that expands into maybe a convention center and
Wow.
things of that nature. We may be working in this area too to do an indoor show in either Anaheim or LA
Wow.
for the future as well. But just bringing new brands to
Yeah.
it that continue to evolve, like how we have Drenched
Right.
and other brands that want to attach themselves. And not only we talk about win-win, and it's just how can we help each other
Right.
and build the show to continue it to being number one.
In the you had vendors before, like there would be realtors and different smaller vendors that were part of it. Do you still have that?
We have an exhibitor pavilion.
Exhibitor
So there's
pavilion,
about 40 booths,
Okay.
and some are larger, smaller. But
Okay.
yeah, we still have that area. And those are things like insurance, like Joni from Sterling. She's been a big supporter of us. Costa Eyewear, which they've been in the last couple years.
Okay. That's cool.
And then just other ones that have been there. Popboards, McCann, Further Customs. I could go on. And
Yeah, I
on.
bet.
Yeah.
It's
All different
weird. It's all
industries,
in my
though,
mind
is it?
too.
Yeah.
And with my team, it's like I got to try to get it out.
Right.
Yes.
It's a tough.
Well, now that
Thing
you have
for
all
me.
these other things out, I don't know
Yes.
how you guys keep it all together, but it's all exciting.
Yes. So exciting. We
Yeah.
love going to the boat show.
Yes, I know. We're looking forward to it. So,
Yes.
signature question.
Yes. Signature questions. We love to ask everyone, if you had a Duffy boat, what would you name it? What
I was-
would your name?
I have to think about it. I mean, a couple that come to mind. It's like I think I was what was it? Alternating current Because it got to be electric, right?
Yes,
It's got to be electric. I can't just make up.
Before didn't think it needed to be electric. They said, no, I'm just kidding.
It's supposed to be electric.
It's supposed to,
like Omer Simpson or
Omer Simpson. That's a good one. Ohm, Sweet Ohm.
Yeah, Sweet Ohm. Yeah, I love that one too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alternating current, I guess.
I like that.
Because I'm all over the place.
Yeah. It sounds like it, right?
Yeah.
I know it was hard to pin you down. You had so much going on. Yeah. So we do appreciate it really for taking the time. I know this wasn't on the list necessarily, of all the to-dos. So we appreciate you taking the time and, letting people have kind of that insider look at what the boat show is and how it came to be. Because it has become it's a thing in the community. Yeah. Bernard, thank you so much for joining us today. We know you're really busy with that show just a few weeks away. It was so great to get an insider look into the show and how it came to be and how it's evolved. So thank you. We really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me. I know it's a busy time.
Yes.
I'll have to get right back into it after this. But I wanted to I have 2 hats for you guys
to
wear. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. So cute.
And go to the boat show. Tickets are still available. April 16th through 19th.
Thank you.
That was good.